Hello everyone, what's going on? This is Evilocity here. I have not made a video in quite some time. I've been dealing with some stuff, but yeah, I'm finally back on. And right when I got back on, I decided to do this little video topic that I had in my head, and that is the goods and the bads of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Now I'm pretty sure everyone who's clicked on here already knows at least what Marvel Infinite is and stuff. The game has been out for a couple of weeks now, I think, so I feel like it's about time I try to do a video like this. Think of it as an abridged review, not really going in depth with it, but going over what I personally think are the goods and the bads for the game. So yeah, with that, I do hope you guys enjoy the video topic. Now we're just going to keep this very simple, and to start off with the goods, yes, the game does have some good offline modes to choose from. Nothing too amazing, wasn't really expecting anything amazing, but it's enough for it to be way better than what Street Fighter V had to offer, you know, until at least Arcade Edition comes out. So yeah, it basically has some decent amount of offline stuff to pick. You have, you know, your standard story, arcade versus battle, challenges, which is a pretty good distraction and a good way to learn some characters. This is, you know, mostly for people who just don't want to always jump online like me. And speaking of online, I did hear that the online for this game, like the netcode, is pretty damn solid, so that's good to hear. I haven't tried it out myself, to be honest, but I have seen videos of it, and yeah, from the looks of it, online is really good. So we're already starting out pretty good. There's a lot of still stuff to look forward to in this game. Another good thing about this game is the actual gameplay itself. Oh my god, the gameplay is almost like amazing. Like, I do love how this game plays compared to the previous Marvel vs. Capcom games. In my opinion, it's my favorite gameplay style. You can be so very creative with this. Something about each character feels great, and only having each stone in your possession just makes it even more amazing. Another option I really love is the tag mechanics, because the tag mechanics along with the gems are really what makes this game very creative. It feels like each combo has a personality and stuff. You really feel creative with this, so I am very glad that Marvel Infinite has this down. It's one of, for the gameplay wise, this is probably one of the best I've ever played this generation of any other fighting game. I do enjoy it a lot more than Marvel 3, but when I do play this game, I am getting like Marvel 3 rushes for it, because it's just that great. But of course, with the game's goods, there's also the bads, and oh my god, in Marvel Infinite, they shine sometimes more brighter than the goods at points, and it's stuff that is very hard to ignore. But let's, yeah, go off with the bads. And well, first off, the character roster. I mean, 30, yes, it is less than what we had in Marvel 3 and Marvel 2, but that's not really my personal problem with it, you know, being just 30 characters. My problem is the choices of characters. I felt like they could have really saved themselves if we got a lot of brand new characters into it, both Capcom and Marvel side. But both sides feel so lazy and uninspired. I mean, we do have our cool picks. We have X, Jeddah, Gamora, Ultron. Like, you know, there's still the cool picks in there, and they are really fun characters, and I really do love them in this roster. I just wish the game had more of that. So this is probably easily one of the worst for the game, is the roster itself, because even though this game does still have its other problems, I felt like this game could have really still saved itself with at least a decent roster. But nope, they decided to go to the very retarded route and make you pay for the more interesting characters like Monster Hunter, Sigma, and Black Panther, which is, it's just really stupid. Definitely, because we see these characters right in the story mode. They should have been in the game. What makes this even hurt more is literally a couple of days after the game came out, we're already seeing Monster Hunter trailer. Like, we already see a trailer for her, and now soon that follows up with the Sigma and Black Panther trailer. Like, they honestly could have been in the game. And that goes for the other 3 DLC fighters, Winter Soldier, Venom, and Black Widow. Like, they literally revealed every single DLC character. I felt like they could have really pushed this game back and just put all these characters in the game, because that is just fucking obnoxious of them. That's something I completely cannot stand. Another problem with the game, this one really isn't as much of a big issue, is I guess the story mode, because I mean the story mode is alright at best. It's not the most terrible thing, it's kind of just there, but at the same time I wish it was, I guess, a bit better. It had cool interactions and stuff, but overall it was just meh. And I guess the only reason why I had to bring this up the most is because it is kind of a selling point for Infinite. It shouldn't be the reason why you should get the game, obviously, but it is something that they kept pushing for quite some time, you know, showing that this game does have a story. It's not very in-depth. I wasn't really expecting it, and I kind of didn't want that either. It's just, it's a crossover between Marvel versus Capcom. You aren't expecting the biggest thing ever, but I was hoping that it would be just a little better, because like I said, it had cool character interactions and stuff, cool setup scenes, but in the end it all falls flat. So yeah, the story mode is kind of meh. The other point I want to bring up is, of course, the more infamous one, and that is the presentation. I mean, in motion everything looks fine and stuff. For most of the parts, the stages look fine and shit. But the character models themselves, mostly when you get close lookups on them, when you see them in like story mode or something, or just like end game shots, they look really rough and stuff. And seeing stuff like this, it really makes you appreciate Marvel vs. Capcom 3's comic art book style, as I feel like it was a more superior art style than this. It makes sense why the game looks like as it is right now. It's going for the cinematic feel. I felt like it didn't do too well for mostly the Capcom characters. I felt most Marvel characters felt fine and stuff. We have characters like Chun-Li and Dante looking like shit, but at the same time, at least they fixed up upon some of these, most infamously Chun-Li's face, because she was someone that got fixed up and stuff. So that's good, because honestly it felt like they just didn't care at all and stuff, and I guess that could describe Infinite as a whole. It just felt like they didn't really care, man. Like, this was the return of Marvel vs. Capcom and stuff. It was supposed to be a fun time and stuff, but instead of it being such a joyous moment for people, like when it was first revealed, it became one of the more disappointing stuff, and now it's just flooded with memes and stuff. And I mean, I don't blame people for making these memes. They are pretty funny and really true too. It's just because in the end of the day, it felt like Capcom just didn't really care for this game, and it's honestly sad. Of course, the game does have its ups and it has its downs too. So there's reasons why you should play the game, but at the same time, there's also reasons why I feel like you should probably wait for the game. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Now, honestly, if you really don't care too much about the problems I just mentioned, and the game does look fun to you and stuff, and you are interested, then by all means, do get the game, because from what you see, it is a really fun game and stuff, and it's cool for people to really ignore these problems, I suppose. If you really truly do want to enjoy this game and just don't care about everything else, then yeah, this game is really fun, and you really should pick it up, because I am really having a blast with the game still. But if you're still on the fence and stuff, and you're not really sure if you want to spend the $60 on this game right now, then honestly, you're better at waiting still. Like, yeah, honestly, if you really don't see this game worth 60, I say it's at least worth 40. But yeah, I mean, it does have everything there and stuff for the offline and stuff, but most of it is executed poorly. So at the end of the day, yeah, I feel like if you are on the fence of buying it and you want to get it at a price drop, then I recommend waiting for a price drop. You're going to be spending a ridiculous amount of money on DLC characters anyway, so in the end, why the fuck does it even matter and stuff? If you haven't played like Infinite and you're not sure where you want to get into the Marvel series, try out Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's only $25 on PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. It has the complete DLC for the game, you know, all the characters, all the costumes. It runs at 60 frames and stuff, a consistent 60 frames. The game looks beautiful, it's fun to play and stuff. I honestly feel like it still is the better game compared to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So if, like I said, if you never played a versus title and stuff, I still feel like, you know, go for that game first. It's really hard to still recommend this game and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like, because it would mean a lot. Also, comment below what are your thoughts on about this, and if you do have Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, what are your opinions of the game? Because I would love to hear what you all would have to say. And if you are new to this channel and you did like what you see, then by all means make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content. That would be very, very much appreciated. Follow my Twitter. My Twitter is @eVelocityMate, and if you do have a PSN, make sure to add me on there. My PSN is the exact same as my YouTube, which is eVelocity012. Now with that, I wish you guys an awesome day. Peace!